Welcome back everyone to more career mode gameplay of SRX the game. And in today's video I am very excited for a couple of reasons. Number one, we're headed to Knoxville. And if you're not familiar, that is a real world racetrack that is extremely popular and basically the grandfather of all sprint car racing. But then take a look at the number of laps in the main event. 80 laps with $28,000 on the line. Of course, if you couldn't tell by the different colors, it is a showcase event, but 80 laps in the main event is huge. And I am a big fan of longer races, and in dirt racing, that's about as long as it's going to get in the game. So 80 laps for $28,000 on the line. I cannot wait to get started. Now, if you take a look in the bottom right, car condition is perfect. I've already done the repairs. We're headed to the racetrack. Practice and qualifying in the books, and things went surprisingly well. I took some cues from our last race at Arrowwood, where I was constantly trying to tighten the car up to control the wild swings, and specifically there for running the high groove. But here I took a little different approach on the setup, tightened it up a good bit, and the car is just so much more stable, and I believe is going to give us a lot more control over the car and hopefully a great finish in the A main. But we do not have the pure speed to compete. You can see there the practice and qualifying times somewhere in the mid 14.7s. That on pure speed, we're not going to be able to win the race, but I believe we're going to have enough car control and stability in the car to hopefully get through traffic pretty well and give ourselves a chance for a podium finish, and who knows, maybe even better than that.
Good luck, everybody.
All right, heat race number one will be starting on the outside of the front row. We qualified 7th overall, so it's not like we were terrible on speed. We just don't quite have what the leaders have for pace. All right, so job number one, of course, is going to be down to the bottom. A little contact there going into turn one as I was really trying to get in behind him before that next guy in line could get by me. Oh, that is really loose there. So I said I wanted to tighten the car up. Well, that is definitely not what I had in mind. Okay, that was a little bit better. Still pretty free coming through the center and on exit. Oh yeah, that is not what I was looking for there. So going to need to make some adjustments to driving style as well as possibly the setup. We'll just see. There are definitely some things I can do. Oh, did not get the car rotated properly on entry there. I can't complain too much there. I gave him every opportunity to make that work. But now we're going to try to cross him back over. So this is our first opportunity in any kind of traffic so that I can see how the car handles and what I can do with the car versus what I can't do. I have a feeling when we get to the main event, because of course the A main is going to be 80 laps, so we're going to have plenty of time in traffic, and something tells me we're going to have to use that upper groove to make some passes. And I'm hoping our ability to get through traffic will overcome our lack of just pure pace. All right, so 12 laps here in the heat race. All right, see if we can hang with this guy. The leader is just gone. I don't even know where he went. I mean, he just checked out. I can't even see him on the screen, so he's gone. And oh, this corner was a disaster from the word go. That's a little better, but still not quite where I want it. And as always, part of that could be down to the setup. Part of that, though, keep in mind, is my driving style. In this case, I believe a large part of it is me just needing to figure out and trying to figure out how I want to drive this thing. Okay, here's our first opportunity for some lap traffic. Let's see how well these guys do, both getting lapped and the lead lap car. Well, that was actually fairly uneventful. Now we're hanging in there with the second place car right now, which is good. Okay, third position. Not too bad. Now the leader, like I said, was just gone. He checked out. Who knows where he was. But overall, not too bad. Still a lot of learning to do, but I'm pretty happy. All right, folks, the A main. 80 laps of fun at Knoxville. I'm so excited about this. Now, granted, we don't have the greatest starting spot. We missed the Q dash, so we'll have to make some serious ground up if we're going to get any sort of a decent finish. But hopefully we can find some rhythm here, and that high side is calling my name. I'll just go ahead and tell you that right now. The high side is calling my name, and so whenever I have an opportunity to get up there, I'm probably not going to miss it. But right now, I'm just sort of all over the place, trying to figure out my entry points. With so much dust and everything, I can't see exactly where I want to be. So I got to figure that out. I'm overdriving the entry right now, missing my spots. All right, that was a little better there. Trying to get right down to the berm, but the berm can be really hard to see in traffic. Like right now, I don't know exactly where the berm is, so I'm just judging by the other cars. I told you I wasn't going to miss an opportunity to move up the track. All right, there's a high line here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get enough speed out of it. But, oh yeah, we're coming through here. We know how the AI do. They won't hesitate to knock us out of the way, so I am not going to back off when we get into a position where I would normally back off and try to avoid contact at all costs. But here, I don't know that I'm going to do that. But, yeah, it's not certain death up here on the high side. You could see I entered high there and then brought it down the track, and we got some serious momentum out of that. So we'll keep that in the memory bank. See if I can get back down here, because I know I'm going to need to run laps right on the bottom. I know I'm going to need to do that before this race is over to make the best time, because I can't imagine that my best time is going to be up here. Ooh, hello. Wow, that was wild. So what happened there was I hit the grip strip in the upper groove. I haven't exactly figured out where it's at yet, but it's up there, and if you're not expecting it and you hit it, it'll shoot the car across the track. It's higher than what I was running there. So you're going to have to get closer to that wall, which I am not opposed to, by the way. In fact, I welcome it, just to see if we can make it happen. But I'm trying to ease my way up there, just sort of seeing what the car wants to do. And of course, the most important thing is how I need to drive it. I am not running this thing full throttle the entire track. In fact, you can hear me on entry, backing out of it around the start-finish line, or even a little bit earlier, just to try to get this thing pointed where I want it and try to get the best entry. Now the back straightaway is a little bit different. I got to figure out where I need to be out of the gas there. But like right there, I can put it right down on the berm. A little too loose there for maximum speed, but we'll figure that out hopefully over the course of 80 laps. All right, I went hunting that time for the grip strip, and I found it. So I'm going to have to hit it just right, though, and basically just lean on it. But every once in a while, I want to get up there and just sort of give myself an idea of where it is. But yeah, the higher part of the track, even before the grip strip, I'm enjoying it. And I feel like if I can learn how to lean on that grip strip up there in the real high groove, the true high groove of the track, then I feel like we can make some serious lap time up there. Is it the same as around the bottom? Probably not. But we're certainly going to give it a shot. All right, so we're 20 laps in, so we're a quarter of the way through this race, and no real traffic yet. We've had to pass a few folks for position, but for the most part, no traffic yet, and certainly no lap traffic for us yet. We're running in 6th position, which is actually pretty high, considering where I thought we might be for a good part of this race, so I'm happy there. But the more patient I am with this car on entry, as well as getting back to the throttle, the better this car does. Oh, look out. Yep, we had some contact there, in case you're wondering. He got a square in the right side door, in the passenger door. Now, what does that mean for us? I don't know. Does it change the handling of the car? No idea. I guess we'll have to find out. Right about now. All right, so we did pick up, what, a couple of positions there? We were in 6th, now we're restarted 4th. So in that respect, it was, a good thing for us, as long as the car is not damaged in the handling and the speed. And right now, I can't really tell you if it is or not. I don't feel anything in the steering, but right now I am incredibly loose. The car just wants to slide around everywhere, but that's likely just me getting out of my rhythm a little bit. So we got a car below us, so I can't really get down to the bottom exactly the way I want. But you can see we're holding our own up here. And I think overall the car is fine. I'm not really feeling anything that would indicate to me that we're going to be significantly off the pace, so that's good. Now once again, you see that we can't quite keep up with these guys up here on pure speed, but I feel like we're doing pretty good. Oh, got up into that grip a little bit there, and you could see it. Right in the center of the corner, I got into it. I slid right up into it, and it was a lot of momentum to be had. That was a terrible entry. I was way too free. There we go. Just trying to find that grip with the right rear on entry. Boy, it is very unsettling to the car, though. You have to be on your game with the steering. But we are having a very nice battle here for 5th position, and I am loving it. That guy can get underneath us, but because the high side is a viable groove, he can't really just run off and leave us. And once again, allow me to reiterate just how much fun this is. This is awesome. So regardless of where we finish, this is so much fun to drive this car. I think the guy's still down there, but I really don't know. I haven't really been paying attention. I've been having so much fun up here in this upper groove. Let's test it out. I think I see him out of the corner of my eye in the virtual mirror up there, right behind us. So I believe that's him. We haven't hit anything yet, so I'll take that as a good sign. Oh, that was not a good corner at all. You can see me push in the center of the corner and lose the bottom. That's because I charged the entry too hard and didn't get the car rotated properly. Folks, I'm not sure I want to come down out of this top lane up here. I'm just having so much fun up here that I'm thinking I might want to stay. I have no idea about our lap times. Zero idea. I know they pop up on the screen, but I've had no opportunity to really look at them and spend any time with them. So I have no idea whether the high side is competitive with just pure lap time, or if it's way off the mark or what. I have no idea. All I can go by is what I see around me from the cars that we're racing. And to me, it doesn't seem to really be costing us a whole lot when I get up there, because, I mean, the guy in front is about where he's been the entire time for the last, the lap since the restart anyway. Just a hair too loose there on exit. We're scrubbing off a little bit too much speed there. But other than that, this car is a lot of fun to drive. There are some things that I would definitely want to try in a practice session with the setup and my driving, but yeah, I am anything but upset about this race so far. As long as we can stay out of the wrecks and that kind of thing, I think we'll be okay. Oh, look, oh, don't do it. Oh, my goodness. Woo, how close can you make it there? Oh, and we get the caution. Okay. So one thing these cautions are doing, in addition to allowing us to catch back up and everybody get bunched together, one thing they're doing is really taking out the lap traffic. I know one thing I don't really enjoy at this track, and that is being pinched down to the bottom and being forced to run down there. I'm telling you, I am a huge fan of the high side here. All right, so if these guys in front of us really want to just hammer on each other and let us stick around, because we're 52 laps in, which means we still got 30 laps to go here. I really feel like with some adjustments to my driving style and the setup of the car, I really feel like we could put down some really quick laps up top when we get into that grip strip. Oof, almost ran that guy flat over. But you can see it is some serious battling in front of us. Too loose there. Back in, hung out just too much. I want it rotated and hung out a little bit. But if you get it hung out a lot, then all you're doing is scrubbing speed. The best position for the wheel is dead center. So if you can get the car where you can go through the corner with the wheel top dead center, then that's where you want to be. And right now I'm spending most of my time between 30 and 40 degrees roughly on the wheel, which isn't terrible. It's certainly not terrible. It's not the same as if we were, say, like 90 degrees to the right, because that would be scrubbing off quite a bit of speed. Alright, so it hit us with some damage there when I touched the wall, but honestly, touching the wall, that was just minor. But apparently, it's an additive effect, and... Alright, so I think I saw 25 laps to go pop up. And you can see, these guys in front of us, they're racing pretty hard, and I really can't run them down. This is where I really needed the lap traffic to give us an opportunity to get it done. Trying to work that throttle, keep the car from getting too loose or too tight. Particularly too loose is mostly what I'm fighting here. You can hear the engine really get bogged down when the car gets too loose and the back end slides too far out. And that's generally happening late exit. So it's hurting our speed down the straight. I'm using very little stagger in the right rear tire, which has really helped the car. Because in general, when I build the setup, I try to build it around more stagger. But at this track, that didn't turn out, oh, that was a terrible corner. That didn't turn out to be the way to go because it was really hurting my entry. And that time through the corner, that was the worst of the possible worlds. I was in and out of the grip strip up there in the high groove, which meant that the car's handling was changing moment by moment. One moment I had grip, the next moment I didn't, and the next moment I did. I mean, that's an uncomfortable feeling, and it certainly wasn't doing anything to help our speed. Yep, got the car a little bit too free there. Oop, did it again. It's not terrible, but it's enough for me to know, which means it bugs me. Because I'm trying so hard to figure out how I can hit these corners perfectly, and I just can't quite get there. Just not a good enough driver to make it happen. Oh, there it was. That's what happens when you go in, you're searching for that grip strip, you're not quite to it, and then finally you hit it all of a sudden. I really wish they would have done more of a graduated, instead of having a single grip strip up there, have, well, like what I did with the BR tracks in NR 2003. You have more of a gradual grip change, and I really wish I could go back and redo those if it was worth it to do it, because I have some other ideas about what I could do with those tracks anyway. But, oh, don't do it. Ooh, I thought we were going to be in a wreck right there. Oh, again. So lap traffic was not kind to the 5th place car. And I thought it was going to be very unkind for us. Alright, I'm trying to get to the bottom to get by this lap car if he'll give me room. I wanted to go by him on the high side, but he was already up there pretty good. Alright, let's see if we can make a little room here. Alright, we're 75 laps deep into this race, and I don't want it to end. At all. Not even a little bit. Alright, we got a car coming up behind us. I assume that's for position. Alright, and once again, the 5th place car is struggling with this traffic. It's hard enough on its own, but when you have to swap grooves and run something you're not used to running. Oh, hello. Oh. Alright, we survived. Woo! That was touch and go. I was sawing on that wheel trying to keep from spinning it out, because that's where we were headed. So we saw one wreck happen right in front of us. We've had a couple that we were sort of involved in but didn't get major damage from. Same thing in that one. I mean, I hit that guy a pretty good clip. But the handling of the car tells me it wasn't bad enough that it significantly hampered the car. We've only got a few laps to go now, which is very unfortunate. So the lap traffic has definitely been a key in this race, without question. Oh, too loose there. I was sure trying to keep it there at the end, but it was just too much. Woo, we hit the turbo button there. I got up in that grip strip. Oh, okay, got up too far there, and now I can't get off of it. Okay, yeah, the car's different now. so I pushed the boundaries and eventually got caught. But I'm here to tell you that, oh my goodness, we're doing it again. Oh, they're wrecking again. Okay, that wasn't near as bad. So it only cost us one spot. That's how much the field is spread out. And I go ahead and tell you, if we had about 15 or 20 laps left, I'd go back up there again because I know there's some speed to be had up there. I just need some more practice with it. But overall, we'll come home in 7th position. And that's probably the most fun I could have had running 7th. That was, if we'd have had more traffic, I think we'd have had more opportunities. Maybe could have finished a little better. But, yeah, that was a ton of fun. So let's see. All right, 14 cars on the lead lap, so we were nowhere near getting lapped. And so overall, about 7 seconds out of the lead and over 80 laps, a couple of cautions thrown in. That's not too bad. Too bad. A little bit more work, a little bit more practice, and who knows, we might be able to compete with them at this track. But so much fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Thank you so much for joining me, and stick around for more SRX.